Hello once again, viewers. I'm Anastasia, working alongside Irene as we reach day 22 in our comprehensive 50-day software architecture class, where each lesson builds a stronger foundation for mastering real-world system design. In day 21, we introduced domain-driven design principles, focusing on aligning software with business domains through ubiquitous language, strategic modeling, and tactical building blocks to create expressive, evolvable architectures. Today, we're diving deeper into two core DDD tools: bounded context for defining explicit modular boundaries, and aggregates for enforcing consistency within clusters of objects, showing how they work together to tame complexity in large systems, prevent model pollution, and enable independent evolution while maintaining business integrity.
A critical refinement, Anastasia. These concepts turn abstract DDD ideas into practical tools for handling intricate domains without chaos or tight coupling.
Outlining day 22 in greater depth to set clear expectations. Bounded contexts define explicit boundaries around a domain model, limiting the scope of a particular language and rules to avoid ambiguity in large systems. Aggregates group related entities and value objects into clusters under a root, enforcing business invariance for transactional consistency. Together, they manage complexity by reducing coupling between parts of the system and ensuring internal consistency without global dependencies. This ties directly to Day 7's microservices, where bounded contexts often map to services, and Day 20's cloud native, where aggregates can be containerized for independent scaling and deployment. Why focus on bounded contexts and aggregates in DDD? Bounded contexts reduce ambiguity by limiting the scope of ubiquitous language and concepts to a specific subdomain, preventing confusion in large organizations with overlapping terms. Aggregates enforce consistency by grouping related objects and protecting business rules within transactional boundaries. They enable independent evolution, allowing modules to change without rippling across the entire system. Ultimately, they scale complexity by breaking massive domains into manageable, self-contained units that can be developed, deployed, and scaled separately. Covering the basics of bounded contexts to establish the concept clearly, a bounded context is an explicit boundary within which a particular domain model, language, and rules apply consistently, preventing concepts from bleeding across different parts of the system. Context mapping describes how contexts integrate using patterns like shared kernel or anti-corruption layers. Subdomains classify areas as core, supporting, or generic. An anti-corruption layer translates external models to protect the internal bounded context from pollution. Bounded contexts in practice. Identify them through collaborative event storming workshops with domain experts to discover natural boundaries. Aim for context size that one team can own for autonomy. In Day 7 microservices, map each bounded context to a service for independent evolution. Context can evolve by splitting or merging as business understanding deepens.
Moving to aggregates basics. An aggregate is a cluster of entities and value objects treated as a single unit for data consistency. The aggregate root is the sole external access point, protecting internal objects. Invariants are rules that must always hold true within the aggregate. Treat the entire aggregate as one transactional boundary to ensure consistency without distributed transactions. Aggregates design principles. Keep aggregates small to reduce loading and persistence overhead for better performance. Reference other aggregates only by ID to avoid loading entire graphs. The root enforces all invariants and business rules. No direct external access to internal objects. Classic example: an order aggregate containing line items, enforcing total calculations internally. Aggregates in practice. In Day 7 microservices, each service typically manages one or few aggregates with the root as entry. Repositories persist only the aggregate root, hiding internals. Publish domain events from the root for integration with Day 9 pub sub. In Day 20 cloud native, containerize aggregates for independent deployment and scaling. Context mapping patterns. Shared kernel for a small common model between contexts. Customer-supplier for upstream-downstream relationships with contracts. Conformist, where downstream adapts to upstream model. Anti-corruption layer translates external models to protect internal purity. Managing complexity with DDD. Break large monolithic models into multiple bounded contexts to limit scope and language. Enforce business rules transactionally within aggregates. Enable independent teams to own contexts for faster delivery. Allow contexts to split or merge as business understanding evolves.
Context mapping in architectures. In Day 7 microservices, bounded contexts define service boundaries for loose coupling. Integrate via API contracts or domain events. Deploy each context in separate containers per day, 20 cloud native. Monitor with Day 18 tools, tracking metrics per bounded context for targeted insights. Advanced aggregate design. The root alone protects all invariants within the aggregate. Use eventual consistency between aggregates for distributed systems. Apply Saga pattern for coordinating multi-aggregate operations without tight coupling. Guideline. Keep aggregates small enough to load and persist in a single transaction for performance. DDD and microservices alignment. Map each bounded context to a microservice for clear ownership. Place aggregates as the core of each service with the root exposed. Use context mapping for integration via APIs or events. Enable independent scaling per context using Day 16 patterns. DDD best practices. Embed ubiquitous language directly in code, classes, and methods for clarity. Refine models iteratively through collaboration. Keep context boundaries explicit with clear interfaces. Design aggregates small and focused on single responsibilities to avoid performance and complexity issues. DDD challenges. Team adoption requires time to learn concepts and collaborate effectively. Context leakage occurs from poor boundaries, polluting models. Overmodeling creates too many small aggregates, increasing complexity. For legacy systems, use the strangler pattern to gradually replace with DDD contexts.
Advanced bounded contexts. Aim for context size that one team can own for autonomy. Use integration patterns like anti-corruption layer or open host service for safe communication. Classify subdomains to focus effort on core. Allow context to evolve by splitting or merging as the domain understanding grows. Advanced aggregates. Handle consistency between aggregates with eventual consistency and sagas for orchestration. Use one repository per aggregate root for encapsulation. Consider lazy loading for performance in large aggregates while maintaining invariants. Advanced DDD pitfalls. Anemic models lack behavior, becoming data bags. God aggregates become too large, violating transaction boundaries. Context pollution from leaky integrations blurs boundaries. Ignoring domain experts leads to misaligned, inaccurate models.
Recapping Day 22, we explored bounded contexts for explicit modular boundaries and aggregates for consistency clusters.
Detailed design, practices, integration with microservices, and challenges. The key takeaway: use bounded contexts and aggregates to manage complex systems with clear boundaries and enforced rules for maintainable, business-aligned architectures. Day 23 covers hexagonal architecture, ports and adapters, for decoupling core logic.
Homework: identify potential bounded contexts and aggregates in a familiar business domain or system. Questions? Comment. We'll reply. Thanks. Like, share, and subscribe.